Springfield Mill is one of the best-known landmarks in Sandiacre, sitting beside the Erewash Canal near the centre of the village. It was built in 1888 during the great boom years of the Nottinghamshire and Derbyshire lace industry, when the area was becoming one of the world centres for machine-made lace. The mill was commissioned by a wealthy and rather colourful businessman named Terah Hooley. Hooley made a fortune through investments and industry and became famous across Britain for backing various ambitious ventures. For Springfield Mill, he hired architect John Sheldon of Long Eaton, who designed a huge red brick lace factory in the classic Victorian industrial style. The building itself was enormous for its time, 4 stories high, with more than 40 bays of large cast iron windows to let in maximum daylight for the lace workers and machinery. The frontage stretched for hundreds of feet along the canal. It even had a large clock tower feature, and the clock mechanism was supplied by the famous firm Smith of Derby. Constructing the mill was a major engineering project. To make room for it, part of the River Erewash had to be permanently diverted. The site also included its own engine house, chimney, and even a private gasworks. Remarkably, the mill produced enough gas not only for itself, but also to power around 50 street lamps in Sandiacre. Hooley donated those lamps to the village, provided the parish would pay for the gas. 2 of the old lamp standards still survive today, near Padmore moorings. Springfield Mill operated as a tenement lace factory. That meant multiple lace manufacturers rented space inside rather than a single company occupying the whole building. At its peak, the mill could house around 160 lace machines, and the rhythmic sound of the machinery would have dominated this part of Sandiacre day and night. By the early 20th century, lace making was beginning to change. In 1919, the mill was sold by the Hooley family and became the Sandiacre Mill Company, with many shares bought by the tenants themselves. Over time, the building diversified. Alongside lace firms, other industries moved in, including upholstery and engineering businesses. Like much of the British textile industry, lace manufacturing gradually declined during the 20th century. Sandiacre had once been packed with lace factories, but by the 1990s, commercial lace production in the area had effectively ended. Springfield Mill survived largely because of its solid construction and historic importance. The building was granted Grade II listed status, recognizing its importance as an example of Victorian industrial architecture. Its tall chimney became a familiar landmark visible across the Erewash Valley. When redevelopment plans appeared in the early 2000s, there was concern locally that the chimney might be demolished, but it was saved and preserved as part of the site's character. Eventually, the old mill was converted into apartments, giving the building a new life while keeping much of its external appearance intact. Today, Springfield Mill stands as a reminder of the period when lace-making transformed Sandiacre from a small agricultural village into a busy industrial community connected by canals, railways, and manufacturing. The mill had had its difficulties in modern times. In 2020, a major fire damaged part of the roof of the converted building, and firefighters spent many hours protecting the historic structure. Fortunately, much of the mill was saved.